I were to make a top 5 decks of all time, which actually does sound like a good video idea, but Burning Abyss would easily be in that top 5. Why? Not only is it a very, very powerful deck in its heyday, but its consistency is just insane. We are 5 years later, and the deck is still really good. And even when the Forbidden List does hit the deck, it doesn't necessarily die, it just reloads for the next set to come out for it to be a top contender. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a competitive Burning Abyss deck, but even more importantly, I'm going to be showing you how to play this deck on a budget, because I do have some really good ideas for the budget players to be able to still thrive and top your local level events with this. I'm TheCaliEffect, and if you guys want to see more videos like this, then go and destroy that subscribe button. But more importantly, go ahead and that notification bell, because, well, we just too strong. Also want to give a special thanks to every single one of my Patreons. Without you guys, videos like this would not be possible. Also, a mad shout out to our newest Patreon, Eric Kosi. Please go ahead and message me on Discord, or add yourself to that Discord and message me or Jest so you can take advantage of all your rewards. With all that being said, I also want to say, if you guys want to follow TheCaliEffect for some other content, not Yu-Gi-Oh, then go ahead and hit me up on Instagram. I left the link down below in the description. It's pretty much my workout videos and me just goofing off. But with that being said, I present to you a competitive Burning Abyss deck profile for this format. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, looking at the stats, I think that this will be the last version of Sekka's Light Burning Abyss that we'll play. Once we get Cherubuni, this deck will completely change it again, and I think it'll be more viable. For right now, I want to say this and the budget options, Sealing is a regional level event, which is still pretty high, seeing that we did lose one of our best cards. There were actually a couple of builds that got really close to topping a YCS, but I wouldn't say it can consistently do that, not until we get our Burning Abyss Link card. Starting off with the monsters, we run 2 copies of Farfa Malbrink of the Burning Abyss. This card is probably one of the better Burning Abyss monsters to send with Beatrice to the graveyard nowadays, now that Fairy Tale Snow is banned. And there's some really cheeky things you can do with Farfa. The first thing is that obviously you send it to the graveyard with Beatrice to disrupt your opponent, but what a lot of people don't seem to realize, that if you have this in your hand in your Beatrice combo sequence, you can discard this card to summon your Beatrice and then trigger its effect to banish your Underclock Taker. Now when your Underclock Taker comes back to your side of the field, you put it to the main monster zone, to where you're, obviously with an arrow pointing to where you can summon a monster from your extra deck, and that immediately will give you 2 slots, your extra monster zone and a main monster zone, for you to special summon monsters from your extra deck to your side of the field. So it's really good in that aspect. I'm gonna kind of blaze through the Burning Abyss cards, but I'm just gonna show you why I play multiples if I do play them, or some cheeky thing that you can do with them. 2 copies of Skarm. A lot of people run or drop down to 1. That's the new trend, and it makes sense because the only real target for Skarm is Tour Guide of the Underworld. But I decided to run 2 for multiple reasons. First of all, I don't play Orbital Hydrolander. Secondly, outside of Farfa, this is probably the best card that you want to discard to make that Beatrice on top of the Dante. And then lastly, this is my 2nd and 3rd Tour Guide. I want to mill this card or get into my graveyard and activate its effects as fast as possible. And I couldn't find another Burning Abyss card that I didn't play that I wanted to play over a 2nd copy of Skarm. 1 copy of Seer. This is the best. This is the pig. Seer, what he does is special summon a Burning Abyss monster to your side of the field. You always want to special summon Dante. There's seldom times where you want to special summon a monster not named Dante, Traveler of the Burning Abyss. Special summon him, and then he gets Seer, and he creates an infinite loop that you'll always have resources. And then Graf's sole job, more often than not, is to get Seer to your side of the field, and it's part of the combo I'll show you guys. Next, Alec has a really cheeky combo against Skyscraper, or a tricky designation against Sky Strikers. What it does is that it can negate a monster face up on the field. So if you send it to the graveyard with Beatrice on your opening play, your opponent can't Sky Strike or Widow Anchor your Beatrice because it already has a negated effect, meaning that they can't take control of it. A lot of people don't know that. I think everybody should know that to be able to take advantage of that against the, Sky Striker, Widow Anchor. Next is Barbar. This card's amazing in time. And then Libic. Burning Abyss monsters have a clause that if you control a monster not Burning Abyss, they get destroyed immediately. Now this clause is an effect, not a condition. So if a card like Skill Drain is face up on your side of the field, you can summon your Burning Abyss monsters alongside other monsters. Now what Libic does is that it negates the Burning Abyss monster's effect when it is special summoned. So this card is excellent if you send this to the graveyard through Mathematician. You can special summon your other Burning Abyss monster to your side of the field, and its effects are negated, meaning that you can link or exceed summon with it, link with it, do whatever you want. And then 1 copy of Cow Cap. That's just how you get rid of back row. That's it for the Burning Abyss monsters. We do have some honorary Burning Abyss cards. Gives me a burning desire to play this deck. This is actually the reason why I don't play Orbital Hydrolander. 3 copies of Fiendish Rhino Warrior. So basically what it says is that your Burning Abyss monsters cannot, basically your Fiend monsters, but your Burning Abyss monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects, meaning that they don't get destroyed by their own effects. That's pivotal. The next thing is that when it's sent to the graveyard, you can send a Fiend monster from your deck to the graveyard, which is the reason why the combo exists so easily. It acts as a second, third, and fourth copy of Graph, getting off your combo to pop off a lot. But the reason why I don't run Orbital Hydrolander and run 3 copies of this card is because once you get this in your graveyard, it's really hard to get out. It's almost impossible for this current build, but don't worry guys, there's a budget option that actually you could run Orbital Hydrolander because it has a better chance at getting rid of this. 1 copy of Tour Guide of the Underworld. Card is just insane. Now you guys are probably going to praise me because the expensive version does not run Dangers. I don't think Dangers are bad, but if there are so many more level 3 extenders now, like I think that Dangers are unnecessary, and what they do is that they take away another dynamic for the Burning Abyss deck. Currently, through my research, I've seen a lot of players wanting to play going second Burning Abyss. Well, there are quite a few going second Burning Abyss going second decks out there. What happens when you go first? You just make Beatrice and pass? I mean, you don't have hand traps, so you're kind of like stuck. The deck definitely needs extenders, and I do think it does, but I mean, there's better extenders that don't require you risking losing one of your hand traps. So 3 copies of Gallus the Star Beast. The deck is 37 monsters or 39 monsters or whatever. More often than not, you're going to be able to summon this card for free. This is your expensive card and also your budget option for your danger monster. So not only is Psychic Welder a free summon to your side of the field, it's an extender, it's an earth monster, which does come up for the other build. I think they're around 20 bucks, but if you guys listened to me when I did the video, you would have got them for about 13s or 10s. What this card does is if you control a level 3 monster other than Psychic Welder, you can summon it to your side of the field. But if you use it for a synchro summon, you can destroy a monster on the field that has an attack lower than that synchro monster. So it gives you synchro capabilities. It doesn't require you to accidentally discard cards from your hands, which could be beneficial for some danger builds, but I play hand traps. I don't want to accidentally hit a hand trap summoning a level 3 monster. I just want to be out that level 3 monster for free. Now, there are some drawbacks, you know, namely being that you have to have a level 3 monster, but it's kind of hard not to have a level 3 monster in a level 3 deck. 2 copies of Mathematician. I wanted to run 3, and the card I actually wanted to run again was Crane Crane, because Crane Crane does serve as another extender. Even if you have a Burning Abyss, you summon the Burning Abyss, or I'm sorry, yeah, you summon the Burning Abyss, and then you summon Crane Crane, and then the Burning Abyss monster immediately gets destroyed, and Crane Crane brings it back, allowing you to go ahead for that summon. And then the 1 copy of Edge and Sabers. You can send this to the graveyard, put the Rhino to the top of your deck, make Dante, and, you know, send cards from your deck to your graveyard and pop off with your combo still. Ultimately, this is just a great level 3 extender. For the Chaos cards, because this is a Burning Abyss Chaos deck, I played 2 copies of White Dragon Wyvern Buster and 1 copy of Black. I didn't think that there was a necessary, like, I didn't think that was mandatory to play more than this. This felt really good. I think you probably, if you really wanted to, you can get away with playing more. I just didn't, through playtesting and through our live game that we played, it just didn't really feel mandatory. And then 1 copy of Eclipse Wyvern. Now this card does get a little weaker, seeing that Fairy Tale Snow doesn't allow us to get Blackluster Soldier and you can't abuse it and stuff, but it's still really powerful. It allows us to search a strong card in this Yu-Gi-Oh meta. 2 copies of Blackluster Soldier. Again, if I do get the opportunity to go second, I do have the Chaos cards to be able to play around my opponent before I like have to go into my extra deck. And Blacklist Soldier is just insane. Chaos Dragon Levianeer, that card's insane. It's free links, free destruction, free disruption, and it's searchable through your Eclipse Wyvern. And then lastly, don't look at this. This is not 1, this is 2 copies of Destrudo. Currently, you're gonna see a 41 card deck, but I can't find my Destrudos right now, but I run 2 Destrudos, not 1. It's really essential for your Mare, which will allow you to OTK. But that is it for the off options, the Chaos cards and all that other stuff. This entire engine that I'm showing you guys, this is interchangeable. All of that is interchangeable for the cards that I'm going to show you. I think that you need Gallus, you need the Psychic Welders, but it's still really interchangeable. For the hand traps, I play 6. You guys could play 8 and make it a 44 card deck. it's still really good. I play 2 copies of Fanatical Dragon Phantasmi. This card's insane. It allows you to reshuffle your hand, get a free monster use out of the field, prevent your opponent from targeting you, and it's a free link. Obviously, it's pretty expensive right now, but a card that I really wanted to play in here to make it 44 cards was DD Crow. So if you guys can't afford Phantasmi, just play DD Crow. DD Crow is like insane in Yu-Gi-Oh right now, so you don't need this to be able to hang with the big boys or whatever. It's still just a really powerful card. And again, I wanted to run 44, so if you guys really feel in the DD Crow and these and the other hand traps, go ahead. Effect Mailer is also extremely strong in here, or in this format right now, because it can negate monster effects. It can stop the Neo-Spatian combo that's still running around. It can just do so much for Yu-Gi-Oh right now, and it is just, I think it's in a great spot. And then Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit is surprisingly good in Yu-Gi-Oh, but if you guys haven't peeped it, all of my hand traps are light and dark. So if you guys wanted to run more chaos cards, you definitely, you go boy, you do that thing. And for the people that wanted to run the 44 card deck with DD Crows, as you guys can see, I don't play Ash Blossom. I don't think that Ash Blossom is a bad card. I just don't think that it's as good as it used to be. The Danger Engine is less susceptible to Ash Blossom. I mean, I guess you can hit their combo, but you know, but we know Salamangreats aren't susceptible to Ash Blossom. Like, they really don't care, and they can recur it. So I really didn't feel that Ash Blossom was better than these, but again, my opinion. And then for the spells, we wrap it up with 3 copies of Sekka's Light, of course. But that is it for the main deck at 42 cards, 44 if you want to play those DD Crows. For the extra deck, Boral Sword, Boral Load. If you guys can't afford Boral Sword, Topologic Gumblar Dragon? Topologic Gumblar Dragon? No. Topologic Bomber Dragon. That card's pretty good. Nightmare Unicorn, Biko Bulker. This card is insane in Yu-Gi-Oh right now. There's a lot of targeting effects going around, and that's why I played a Fanatical Dragon. But this card you can link up into and then just put monsters under it, make them pretty strong, and prevent your opponent from targeting you. 1 copy of Trisbana, good for getting rid of the opponent's back row. You can summon a Burning Abyss monster to this arrow. The Burning Abyss monster is immediately destroyed, and it triggers your Trisbana. Nightmare Phoenix, I don't run Cerberus because I just didn't have room. Underclock Taker, Link Kribo. This is for the Mare, and that's for your standard combo. Dante Pilgrim, that's the fusion monster you summon when they destroy your Beatrice. You can take this out for a Nightmare Cerberus if you feel that your opponent just won't destroy the Beatrice. Brionic is insane, and don't look at it. I know it's secret. I have my DC on the way. But it allows you to break multiple boards, any setup that your opponent wants to say, and you can get your Burning Abyss monsters effects. If you play Dangers, well, crap, you can get the Danger monsters effects. I do play another Synchro monster too, which is Virgil, and I think Virgil is extremely underrated because he can hit cards in the graveyard as well. Now, you do have to give up a Burning Abyss card in your hand, but I play 10 Burning Abyss monsters. It's 25% of my deck. I play 2 Skarms. I'm not saying that this will like be the end-all be-all, but he also has 2500 attack, which is one of the stronger level 6 monsters you can go into with Psychic Wielder, which gives you more variety to destroy. And then 1 copy of Yazi, part of the combo. 2 Dante and a Beatrice. That is it for the monsters and the extra deck. Let me show you guys a couple of combos. All right, Daddy-Os, my apologies. I completely forgot about the other option. The other option is literally the Block Dragon deck. Another card that you guys could be running is the Chaos Dragon Emperor, but that's for the Chaos deck. But the Block Dragon deck, you play like Gigantes, Block Dragons, Power Giants. You also play the level 6 guy. I can't even think of the level 6 guy. You know what? To be honest with you guys, I'll just put it on my Patreon. I believe in you guys. What you do is you take out all those cards that I said, you know, that the Chaos Engine, and you just play multiples of these. If you guys want to see the full builds explained, or not explained because... All right, guys, I'm sorry, I completely whiffed. I forgot to show you guys the budget option real quick. Basically, there really isn't too much expense in this Burning Abyss deck, but for let's say you guys don't want to play Black Luster, or you don't really want to play the Chaos route, there is basically the Earth route, Burning Abyss Earth. Basically, it is a Mill 3 Earth deck, and I will be putting it on my Patreon, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? I really want to say 300 likes, and I'll show it to everybody, but I'll tell you what, I'll show it to everybody just because I love y'all, and y'all are awesome. So be on the lookout if you guys want to see that Burning Abyss Earth deck. It's really, really exciting. It's fun. I just didn't think it was as powerful as Burning Abyss Chaos, or maybe my biasness was Burning Abyss Chaos, but it's still insane to watch. I think it's pretty good. Another card I want to say is the level 4, the Rock Spirit, which is searchable through Block Dragon. Basically, all your combos go through Block Dragon, and this card can manipulate the cards in your graveyard so Orbital Hydrolander can become live. But that's pretty much it. For the combos, let me show you the main combo. This is literally the only combo that you'll probably need to know starting off with Burning Abyss. These are the 2 cards, the catalysts of the combo. Any Burning Abyss monster, Fiendish Warrior Rhino. It's also a 1-card combo with Tour Guide from the Underworld, and it's an extended combo if you happen to have Skarm or Farfa in your hand. In this particular sequence, I'm gonna go ahead and put Farfa in my hand because, you know, YOLO swag, let's do it. So what you're gonna do is normal summon your Fiendish Rhino Warrior. I don't know why we're in 2019, I'm still explaining this combo. Special summon your Barbar and use these 2 monsters for an Xyz summon of Dante. Dante to detach the Fiendish Warrior Rhino to send 3 cards from your deck to your graveyard. Now, Fiendish Warrior Rhino's effect's gonna activate. That's gonna allow you to send your Graph Traveler of the Burning Abyss to the graveyard to special summon your Seer to your side of the field. From there, you're gonna use your Dante and your Seer for a link summon into your Underclock Taker. Now, your Dante's effect is going to activate, and your Seer's effect is going to activate. Your Seer should be Chain Link 1, your Dante should be Chain Link 2, because your opponent can't Ghost Bell the Seer. With that, you're going to special summon the Dante, and then add back the Seer from your deck to your hand. And this time around, if I didn't have a 3rd Burning Abyss monster, you just use the Seer to make Beatrice. But in this particular sequence, again, we're going to use Farfa to make the Beatrice the Eternal Lady, and then trigger the Farfa to banish the Underclock Taker, and then on the end phase, place it in the main monster zone. So now it points to another zone that I can take advantage of, and I can also have another monster to special summon to my extra monster zone. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so basically there isn't really any other type of combos to show you. I mean, there's a lot of situations where the deck does put itself in a really good spot, but basically, I guess you can say like Math Man and I mean, I guess this is a combo. I think that's not the right one. This is a pretty decent combo. This can make you game. What you're gonna do is summon the Mathematician, use Math Man's effect to send the Eclipse Wyvern. Wrong card. Send Eclipse Wyvern from your deck to the graveyard. This actually, I mean, I guess you could say it's a combo. It's just like a lot of times you have other things to do, so there are other resources you could be burying Mathematician into, but again, this isn't that bad. Eclipse Wyvern's effect is going to activate, banishing Destrudo. You could also banish Chaos Dragon Lavinier, or go ahead and banish the Chaos Emperor Dragon if you so choose, and then banish the Eclipse Wyvern to summon the Collapse Serpent. That's going to trigger the Eclipse Wyvern's effect to add Destrudo to your hand, and then you can pay half your life points to either target the Collapse Serpent or target the Mathematician. Either one of them will get you different results. If you target the Collapse Serpent, you can use both of these monsters for a Dante Traveler of the Burning Abyss. If you target the Collapse Serpent, this will be 3, or I'm sorry, if you target this, yeah, if you target the Collapse Serpent, there's 3. If you target this, there's 4. I'm sorry. You can target these 2, and if you guys played it, I guess you can use these 2 for an Xyz summon into, what's that card's name? The Minerva. But we're not going to do that. We're going to target it, make it 3, and then immediately we're going to synchro, putting this to the bottom of our deck, special summoning Yazi, and trigger Black Dragon Collapse Serpent to add White Dragon Wyvern Buster to our hand. Now we're going to use Yazi to destroy an opponent's card and destroy himself, triggering the effect of Yazi to special summon Mermare to our side of the field. And then we can use Mermare's effect to special summon 3 tokens. I don't even think we need 3. We just really, yeah, I think 2 will do. I have nothing to use for tokens. We'll just use these 2. One of the tokens will make Link Karibo. That's, well, it doesn't matter. One of the tokens will be used to make Link Karibo. And then from there, you have more options. These 2 can be used for the Virgil, or you can just make more tokens and then wind up making Boral Sword. Like, again, I can summon another token, then use these 2 for a Link summon into, like, Nightmare Phoenix, and then Link Karibo to tribute to this summon. And then this right here is Boral Sword. Again, there are so many combinations that you can make with this deck. I guess that's really what I'm trying to say. The deck doesn't have a lot of combos. And then the fact that I still have White Dragon in my hand, all of that was pretty much off of 2 cards. The deck can be pretty explosive. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be on the lookout for the live duel. That'll be able to explain this deck in more in-depth detail. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys are having a great day like I am.